In this episode, we'll go over the tree breeding mechanic in forestry. We'll just kind of go over the basics, and you can apply that to all your future tree breeding needs. Alright, so tree breeding is fairly simple. So we'll just go ahead and look at the quest real quick for it. So you can go ahead and read that if you want. And then there's this. So basically there is the spectacles and the grafter. You can go ahead and read that if you want. So let's make the spectacles. They're easy enough. And I'll make a couple grafters because they each have 10 uses. There are other kind of grafters. So there is the proven grafter, which you get from villager trading. And then there's the industrial grafter from Gendustry. It's pretty simple. Craft just a lot of bronze and stuff. And there's the mana steel grafter, which can use mana to instead of durability. So yeah. And then I've already scanned these. There's just a normal oak sapling and a normal birch sapling, but when you scan them, they become the forestry versions. So we can go and read this and see what the stats mean. And then we can go ahead and read this. This gives us a little bit more information. Alright, so if we throw this in the scanner, these apple oak saplings, these are just normal stats for a normal apple oak sapling, or just a normal oak sapling basically. As you can see, not fireproof. The soil always has plains, which is weird, but yeah. So has apples, and then the birch sapling obviously is basically the same, but doesn't have any fruits. The reason I have these two saplings is because when you breed them together, you have a chance of getting the silver lime, and when you breed the silver lime with the hill cherry, you get the common walnut, and the common walnut gives us the walnuts, which are the best walnut or best fruit to seed oil. So they'll be a little bit better than the cherries we're using right now to make the impregnated sticks and stuff. Alright, so we've got some bees set up on this hill. Basically the way you breed trees is you just plant the saplings near each other and then within the area of the bees, and then the bees will start to cross-pollinate. It might take a few generations to do it, but as long as both of the trees are within the range, it will eventually cross-pollinate them. Now if we put on these spectacles here, we can see leaves. So as you can see, these have been crossbred. Yeah, so they've been cross-pollinated. So if we break them with a grafter, we have a 100% chance of getting a sapling. Although, okay, so it's just the crossbred ones that have the 100% chance of getting a sapling. So we have a few types of cherry saplings here. We'll go ahead and scan those once we make sure there's not any other ones. Alright, so we got 3 different kinds. So we got hill cherry and silver birch. We got just normal hill cherry. And we got hill cherry and apple oak. So these crossbreeds don't actually matter, I don't think, because the only ones that matter... Walnut makes chestnut. That's not better, right? Oh, chestnut is better. Anyway, we might eventually get up to that. We're not going to get all the way to that this episode, but yeah. So, as you can see, the hill cherry and the apple oak bred the same way the bees breed, basically. If you want to check out my bee breeding episode, it's up in the iCard in the top right. But yeah, so while I don't think that these trees breeding with each other matter, yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. These ones breeding will make the silver line. So once these trees have grown and had some time to cross-pollinate, I'll be back. Okay, all these trees have grown. So here's the thing, you don't need to scan the vanilla saplings before you breed with them. But if you do scan them, like these apple trees will actually have apples, and I believe if you right click on them, like these cherries, yeah, with an empty hand, you can like pick them basically. So it's kind of similar to that, and so you can actually have apple trees instead of just like, you know, oak trees from vanilla. But they haven't bred. They haven't bred yet. So yeah, I was just hopping in to say you don't need to scan them before you actually before you actually plant them and crossbreed them. Okay, so as I said before, tree breeding works the same way as bee breeding does. So it takes the stats from the two parent trees and it basically combines them, and then it decides what the kids' leaves will be based on what the parent leaves are. So let me go through and grab a whole bunch of these crossbred leaves, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my last crafter just broke. I can make more using just bronze and sticks. But we got a bunch of saplings here. So these are all obviously not just normal saplings. Let's go ahead and just send them all through. So that's silver birch, apple oak. That's apple oak, silver birch. That's silver birch, apple oak, but probably with some different stats. And that's apple oak, silver birch. However, these ones are pure silver lime, which is what we were going for. Because if you remember, because I already forgot, they go with the cherry to go to the walnut, which can be bred with something else to make something else. Yeah, the chestnuts, which I believe are kind of the best thing. So that's what we're looking at. So yeah, that's how, I guess tree breeding might be a little bit less complex than bee breeding, because it just gave us straight up silver lime saplings instead of, like, you know, half silver birch, half silver lime. So maybe they are a little faster, I'm not sure. Results may vary, blah blah blah. I could have just gotten really lucky for some reason. But yeah, so now I'll just basically chop down all these trees, plant some cherry saplings next to over here, and then let them crossbreed with these silver limes, and then I'll have the ones I want. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. So thanks for watching. If you learned anything from this video or you like the video, hit the like button down below. It really supports me and lets me know that I should make more of this content, as well as getting this content out to more people who might need it. Subscribe right here and watch this video. It's going to be the best one for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.